Yabba Dabba Doo is right.
It is right. So
Yes.
are you ready?
We made it
Are
to
you
another week.
Oh, we did.
Yes.
Another month. The
Yes.
second month. We're on the third month.
The Ides of March.
Okay, are you
Yes.
ready? Are you ready?
It's
Friday! Woohoo!
Yeah, welcome to the Friday show here.
At Friday Fest in Fort Pierce. There's
Yeah.
a lot going on. The last weekend of the St. Lucie County Fair. The Chamber of Commerce has their stuff going on tomorrow. The Home and Garden and Orchid Show.
Nice.
I mean, we
And-
got stuff going on this weekend like you can't believe.
We got the Treasure Coast Marathon
That's right.
going on.
We got
Sunday.
the marathon, half marathon, 5 and 10K.
Correct. And they're even doing a marathon relay.
Yes,
So-
they are.
So if you only want to run a portion of it, you'd get like
Yeah, if
three
you're doing
other-
a marathon, so if you only, and a marathon is 26 miles. So there's 4 people, so do the math. If you only want to do like
Well, you could do
6 miles,
You could do a relay for the half marathon.
well, that's 13.1.
Yeah.
And that's still, but it depends on if you have 2, 3, 4 people in the
Right.
marathon,
Right.
how many miles you run. And I know the runners, and they run.
They run.
And they're all about that.
Right. We
Yes.
had them in here, in Julia's show on Wednesday.
Oh,
and,
okay.
we talked about that, and Mike Melton.
Oh, from Fleet Feet.
No, Mike Melton is not from Fleet Feet. He's actually a financial guy.
Oh. Well, who was the name of the? It's similar to that
Is
used to own Fleet Feet.
That was Al Hastings.
Oh,
Al and Susan Hastings used to own Fleet Feet.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, then
Yeah.
then I'm confused.
But-
Like normal.
But
it doesn't get any better than that.
they support. They know Mike Melton, and they've supported. Fleet Feet has been always a big sponsor with these runs.
Okay, so
Yes.
maybe Mike is where I get my emails from when it's all these things, and I just associated it
Oh,
with Fleet Feet.
Well, he's probably got your name through Fleet Feet if you signed up. There.
Yes,
Yes.
And I've done. I've never. I only do like the 5 and 10K,
Right.
and or the
Yeah.
walkabouts.
Right. Yeah.
I've done beach to beach. I've done, all
Well,
the.
this marathon is going to be going up Hutchinson Island. It's going to
Right.
be.
Oh, it does.
Going through
It
Indian
goes
River
through
Drive,
Indian.
Jensen Beach.
Well, let's
Yeah.
hope that they have all the work done on the drive and
Probably
through Rio and everything. Because when they come through my shop, I stand out there and cheer them on.
Well, some of
in my
Indian River
PJs.
Drive. Well, how cute! Some of Indian River Drive will be closed on Sunday.
It will be because they're redoing the roundabout.
No. Well, yes. No. I'm talking about Indian River Drive, not.
Oh, okay. But Palmer
Yes.
and 707
Yes.
is also going to be closed Sunday
Yes.
because they're going to redo and reopen the
They're going
roundabout.
to complete the roundabout project.
right,
Yes.
yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God!
I know.
There's so much going on this
Oh.
weekend. If you're bored in Martin County, then
It's your own fault. Yes.
I can't tell you where.
Well.
But we can go to Indian River County. I got all the news. St. Lucie County Fair is still going on.
Right. How did you like the fair?
Oh my God! It was. I'm going to stop right now and I sent a thank you note to Carol and Greg.
Right.
Because I don't know where they got it. I sent it to Metzner Road in Fort Pierce.
Metzger Road. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
or Metzner,
Metzger.
METZ.
Metzger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Z gets a
Yeah,
TS sound.
it's like a silent.
Yeah.
And my family was so thankful.
Yes.
I mean, we had the best time.
Right.
We really did.
Good.
So we
Well, that's
had
the whole idea.
We had 6 of us,
Yes.
and the 2 little ones were underage. So next year it's going to be 8 tickets, Carol.
All right.
But the Clydesdales
Oh.
were wonderful. We
The
spent
Clodhoppers.
lots of money up there. They have 300 acres. You can't compare St. Lucie and Martin because Martin
Is a
Jay
postage
Spicer
stamp. Yeah.
does
An incredible
phenomenal
job. Yeah.
with
yes.
12 acres.
Yes.
St. Lucie County Fair has 300.
Yeah.
And-
Mind numbing. Yeah. The
and
difference.
The Clydesdales have their own building. It's
Yeah,
the
their own
Budweiser.
stable. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they are so big.
Right. Well,
But you could see them up close and personal.
Nice.
And they have guards.
Yes.
You
well,
know,
there's
all of them.
guards for the Clydesdale or for the
Oh.
beer that they carry?
No beer that they carry. And they have
You
the
have to
big
protect
rigs.
the beer. You always have to protect the beer,
That's right.
right?
Well,
It's alcohol abuse if you spill it.
that's
Okay.
true.
Yes.
They have the big rigs out back.
Yes.
And my girlfriend that works at the fairgrounds was in this week, and she enlightened me that they only put 4 horses in each of the rigs. And they're
Right.
huge.
Right.
I mean,
Well, they
because
don't-
they're
you
big.
don't-
And
yeah, you
all
don't
the
need a
gear
whole
goes,
lot.
oh
Yeah.
no. But these rigs
Are
are
huge.
bigger than this building.
Oh, I know.
I mean, longer than this building.
Right.
And then they have the truck in front of it pulling them. She said they have 200 homes across the nation.
Wow.
I didn't realize that. And they do over 200 shows a year. And they have different Clydesdale 8-packs that go around to do the different shows.
All right.
And so they're going to be at the Indian River
How
County.
do they transport the Clydesdales from show to show? How do they get there?
In these rigs.
With-
In these great big semis.
Ah,
They're horse trailers.
right. Okay.
Giant with Budweiser on the side.
Nice.
I can show you a picture.
I would love to see that.
I mean, you think of it's and they are state of the art. You would want to die and be at Clydesdale.
right. Yeah, they're pampered.
It's like going
they're
to
pampered. Yes.
it's like going to the Kentucky Derby and
Yes.
those horses
Are
being
pampered.
pampered
Sure.
and you know everything that happens.
Yeah, they had their own groomers and you know, people.
Yes.
Yes.
And she got to show me pictures of them. One guy washing, and he's on a step ladder because it's so big, because
Right.
he can't get the top of the back of the horse unless he's on the step ladder. And they were all magnificent.
And they're docile enough that they don't get spooked too easy. That's the important
Oh,
thing.
no.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's so
like they're all
important.
trained.
Yes. Yes.
So if you haven't gone to
Yeah.
any of our fairs, Martin County was spectacular. I went almost every night.
You did. Yes.
I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care if I paid or got a free ticket or whatever. And then Carol and Greg graciously gave my family tickets to go. And we had the rodeo. It was so neat because the little girls
Right.
that are 5
Right.
never saw a rodeo.
Ah,
So when they were roping the calves,
Yeah.
and you know they have to tie them up,
right.
they started screaming. They thought they killed them. They
Oh.
were like, "Oh no, oh no!" And then when they
Let them go. Yeah.
they were like, "Oh my God, he's not dead!"
Aw.
And then they got to go on all the rides and
Yeah.
cotton candy, and you know.
Yeah.
And Mike went.
Get them all sugared
I
up.
want to know. He got some kind of hamburger or Skittles burger or.
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah.
You know, he on there.
Yeah.
And but they had a donut, homemade donut place when you were walking in, because when you walk in St. Lucie County Fair, it's the opening, and then they have a little midway,
Right.
and then you get through, and then there's food on one side, and then this huge midway. So it's a food midway. Well, they were having homemade glazed donuts.
All right.
And so they were giving out a sample, and my sister went over and
Probably
got one. She
smells
said that was
terrific.
the best donut she ever ate.
right. Well, yeah, when you get them fresh from the oven.
But they
like
cut
that.
them in half. Some people do, and then they put their burger in it.
Yeah. Wow. Oh God.
I know. And Mike went on a food frenzy the other
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
and he's like that. He likes fair food.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If
And
it's-
my sister with
he
her
loves
funnel
the junk,
cake.
Yeah.
And then they got cheeseburgers. They got a Philly cheesesteak. They walk around and eat.
Yeah.
That's all they do.
Graze.
They graze as they go through, and they watch. And I'm an addict about to see if it's cooked well.
Oh yeah.
Because if they're just throwing it on and they're trying to give it, you're going to get sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was the tickets were $15 to get in
Okay.
for regular. Seniors were $8. Parking was included. Kids under 5 were free. 6 and up was
Yeah.
You had to
r-
pay
regular
$8,
admission.
yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
All right.
and it was well worth it.
Cool. It's always something to do.
There's
Yeah.
always something to do in St. Lucie, Martin, Indian River, and
And,
you
but
know
wait,
the
there's
big
more.
Okeechobee, music fest is
Right.
this weekend. Gates opened
Right.
yesterday, and so the music starts I think tonight, and then through Sunday, and then the gates close at 12 o'clock on Monday.
Wow.
And it's out of. It used to be the Yeehaw
Yeehaw.
Blues Fest,
Blues-
and then they moved
What happened?
it. They moved it because it got so big.
Oh,
It
not
was
enough
behind
room in
a
Yeehaw Junction, huh?
It was behind the Desert Inn,
Right.
and it got too big because too many people came.
How
There's
amazing.
only so many acres back there. So
Right.
now they're closer to Okeechobee, and I forget the farm they're on, but they have a lot of acreage.
Yeah, I guess so.
So-
but it's got to be 20 acres or more behind the Desert Inn?
Some of it is wooded.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's
yeah.
not a lot that I
not
wouldn't say
usable,
that.
yeah.
That,
Okay.
exactly.
All right.
So even if it was 20 acres, you put a band stage up there. How many people can you get in there to?
Right. Yeah, then
To
the
camp?
cars and all. Yeah, yeah.
So-
Yeah, use up space quick.
Yes.
Yeah, I understood.
So this is the third year it's in Okeechobee, and I was on Facebook today, and everyone was putting up their tents and lean-tos and
Wow.
just making it go and living out of their car and
wow. I hope they're
from
go-
all over the United States.
Well, I hope they get comfortable with the cool weather that's coming this week.
Oh, this cold weather is nothing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, come on. We're not getting snow, sleet, rain, hail.
I
We're
talked to
we're going to go down to 58 at night. That's 2 degrees under 60 and up to 78, 10 degrees.
Yeah.
Come on, that's barely perfect.
Yeah, it's good sleeping weather. Yes.
It is. It's good hiking weather.
Yes.
So if you want to get out this weekend, this
Yes.
is the perfect weekend
Yeah.
to go to any of the parks.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
that's
Jonathan
true.
Dickinson,
Yeah.
go
Take a trail.
kayaking,
Mhm.
you do a trail here,
Mm-hmm.
Hawks Bluff, Haney Creek,
Yeah.
Halipati Pokey. Ha ha, I said it.
Halapatioke.
Oh, I said it wrong again. okay,
Oh,
that's okay.
okay. Halapatioke.
But
Yes.
is this the weekend to get
Yes.
out there? No, it won't be buggy.
Right.
You can take your bikes. You can do your shoes. You can dirt bikes. I don't know. Do they have a dirt bike track around here? I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they do. I don't know where, but I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they do too. So
Yeah.
this is the best weekend. It's the Eyes of March, like you said.
Yeah.
So we got.
Oh, the full moon. Did you shake your
Oh my
wallet?
God! Are you kidding me? I am the queen of the full moon.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so full moon in South Beach, right, where they have the
South Beach in here or South
Yes.
Beach in Miami?
South Beach, Miami.
Okay.
Right? So
Do they moon the moon?
Yes. So do they moon the full moon? What would you call that?
A ditto moon.
Full moon times 2, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
And
a,
and I
that's a
got
good
I got the
question.
beach blast from
Yeah.
Nelson,
Yes.
and
He said
he
wear
said wear socks.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Because of the colder weather, so your feet don't
Your
get
toes-
cold.
Ah.
And if your feet are warm, you're warm.
No, I think the feeling the sand in your toes is such a great sense.
But it was just like a joke.
Oh, okay. But I know
And did
you
you-
do have a thing about not getting your feet in the sand. I know because when we go to the Easter.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Easter
I'm not
service.
down
Yeah.
there in the early
Yeah.
morning and getting all that wet sand in my shoes and everything.
Yeah.
There, I stay up on the deck,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I can hear the sermon.
right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's coming up. We got less than a month.
That's true.
April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
What a day.
Yeah. I mean, Valentine's Day. What
It was a kind of a bummer.
No,
Well,
it
it was
was
a-
Ash Wednesday.
Yeah, it was Ash Wednesday.
And
but,
now we've
yeah.
got April
Right.
Fools on Easter, so
Right.
everyone's going to be a foolish bunny
Yeah.
or foolish rabbit.
Wabbit, yeah, a wacky wabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
So no traffic. Do we have traffic?
I checked before you got in the studio, and nothing is lighting up on the on. And I have to go to the trafficview.org website.
Well, if there's
Because-
traffic out there and you see it,
Give us a call.
220-9788. We'll put you
Right.
on the air.
Right.
Roving reporter. Let's do this and get
Yeah.
everything safe. It's Friday night. It's a changing of the guards for the snowbirds and the snowflakes. They're coming in and out with their rentals.
Whoa, yeah.
So, and they're not. What's the word I want to say?
I don't know.
When you're driving, they're not defensive.
Oh,
They don't know
they're
the
not-
roundabouts. They don't know. They're new in the area and they're gawking around,
They're
and
not
all
paying
of a sudden,
attention, is what you want to say. So you want to watch for them because they're not.
yeah,
watching
because
for
they're not
you.
watching for you.
Right.
And US One has been a maze, up and down, up and down. Sometimes I think they need to sync those lights and keep the traffic flowing for so long instead of stop and start, stop and start.
All right, so I'm trying to load up and it still will not load up.
Okay,
the
so-
Martin County Sheriff's Office still doesn't have the calls for service. I still love to go to that page. It was
You know
so
what?
easy.
We need to leave Mike a little questionnaire for Mr. Snyder, our
Right.
Sheriff
Right.
Snyder,
Yeah, I can
that he can
actually-
do that
I can call the office too.
and see why that
Yeah.
we don't have,
Yeah,
or they're on another website that we're not picking
maybe
up.
they changed the link or something, but anyways, I can't find it, so that's where
And
we're at.
I went to the Gertrude Walden last Friday.
Yes, we
and-
had
and
Thelma
I had-
Washington
oh
was
my
here
God.
again in the studio to tell us about it, so it worked out great.
And I had food for 3 days.
Yeah,
It was wonderful.
yeah,
And I was wondering how they did on their painting job.
yeah, oh yeah. And you did a drive-by?
I was so busy last Saturday morning.
All right, well, we got to do it this weekend.
No,
Bec-
you can't. You had to show up to paint last weekend.
No, I know, but to see how it came out.
Well, we don't have the addresses.
Boy, trust me, you'll know. You'll know.
Okay.
Yes, they're the
Okay.
ones that are all freshly painted.
Okay.
That's
and
pretty-
landscaped.
Pretty easy to identify.
Okay.
Yes, I would say so. Wouldn't
Okay.
even give that a worried thought.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So, yeah, so 15 houses were totally revamped.
Right. Painted,
Yes,
landscaped,
and
mulched.
Everybody's all excited about that. And such a great thing. Beautification of your neighborhood is
Oh, yeah.
nothing makes you feel better.
So hopefully the inside is as clean as the outside.
Well, I think so. I think it all starts with feeling good about where you live and
That's true.
and your neighbors, and then everything else kind of
That's true.
grows from there.
True.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, we got a bug.
Yeah. It is.
And I don't know why I'm making so much noise tonight, because usually I don't make any noise, but I can hear it in my headphones. Like,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. But
so-
yeah. So I think it's time
we got
almost to
four.
take.
We can take about 3 or 4 minutes to
Oh, we
talk
can?
about something, and then we can go to
Okay.
break.
Well, let's talk about the 26th annual Pelican Island Wildlife Festival. It's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, at Riverview Park on US 1 in the corner of SR 512 in Sebastian.
Okay. Well, way
So-
up there. Yeah.
They're doing a big fest. Activities include live wildlife shows. I wonder if they got the guys from down here, that Dan Martinelli and,
I would hope so.
but
because
they may have a wildlife center up there.
nothing, I think, that matches what
Oh, I
the
know.
talent. The talent we have here is just phenomenal as far as
It's the 115th anniversary
Mhm.
of this establishment of the nation's first. This is the first national wildlife refuge, March 14th, 1903.
Wow.
Could you imagine?
Wow.
And it was here in Florida.
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing that happened. We got the 22nd annual EcoFest is noon to 4 p.m. Sunday at the Environmental Learning Center at 255 Live Oak Drive in Vero Beach, and that's right there by Indian Riverside Park and the theater.
Hmm.
So they're doing that. And then let me shuffle the papers around.
Sure, make some noise. What the heck?
Okay, we still got the Budweiser. Clydesdales are making a special stop tomorrow, Friday, at Riverside Park, and that's going to go along with the EcoFest
Okay.
because it's right in the same area.
Yeah, yeah.
And 5 to 9 at the Grand Pavilion area at northwest section of the park.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a trivia question for you.
Oh,
If
okay. I like
if-
trivia.
All right, so if I play this song, what TV show from the 70s comes to mind.
Okay.
All right?
I found my thrill.
All right, so
It's a TV show. I know the song. It was
Right.
Chuck Berry did the song.
Fats
Or
Domino.
Fats Domino.
Right, Fats who celebrated a birthday, by the way, this past week. And so this was the character on this show. I'll play this one for you. This was his favorite song. Was associated with
the character?
With this character, right? Here you go.
Oh, Happy Days.
Right.
And who was it? The
That
Fonz?
was no.
Was it the mom or the dad?
Neither. It was with Richie.
Richie.
That was his favorite song. Was Blueberry Hill.
Oh,
He
okay.
would actually. There was a few episodes where he actually attempted to sing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that was his song. That was his signature song during that series.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a little bit of trivia for you.
Okay.
Yeah, a little cross music trivia. There you go. All right,
Okay.
so we're gonna go out on break.
Okay, and then we're going to come back, and I'm doing a talk on Monday, and I'll talk all about it.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward. We'll be standing by with bated breath.
Oh, I bet.
So stay tuned. All right, now it's time for today's Southeast AgNet Report, which is brought to you by Everglades Farm Equipment, a family-owned business for the past 50 years with 10 Florida locations, including Fort Pierce, Okeechobee, and Loxahatchee. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Ha! If Gerard and Sport are listening, this is for you.
All right.
We got a little bit of time here, and I want to say hello and to Bonnie and Tom, and to Vicky and John, and I don't know if Smitty's in town, and him and Beth are going to go out juking tonight. I don't know if you're listening, but I want to say hi to everybody, and we
right.
thank you for listening. We like our loyal listeners, because if it
Yes.
wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here.
Exactly right.
And if you see any traffic out there, 220-9788, or you just want to, you know, call in.
Something, favorite TV show, you want to hear the theme song, I can probably punch it up on the board pretty quick.
There you go. Or just ask a question, or
Yeah.
just have a conversation with us.
Right.
We'd love it.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. I have to say, Martin County Sheriff's Department, did I say this? That they came and gave a barbecue Tuesday night at Indian Riverside Park for everyone in Jensen and Rio.
Nice.
It was really nice.
Good.
They had special officers there that came. The canine was there.
Right. So you're putting on the dog.
Joe Angelico, who
little
is
dog
our
too.
favorite officer, and the bicycle person in Rio
Okay.
was there,
Yeah.
and his partner in Jensen Beach was there. They had hamburgers, hot dogs,
Yeah.
gave some talks,
Good.
updates on what's happening in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And
Things
believe
to
it
be
or not,
aware of.
our neighborhood is pretty safe
Yes.
because of them.
Yeah.
So we thank you out there.
And because of the good neighbors that call things in when they see something
That's
is
true.
not quite right.
That's true.
Yeah.
And they
And
did give
unlike-
talks like that.
And unlike some of the
Neighborhood
other,
watch.
right. And so when our sheriff hears that there's a problem, they act on it, unlike perhaps other sheriffs may not.
That's true.
So that's something to be very thankful for.
And
I
when they
think.
go to briefings and nothing big is in Rio or Jensen Beach, they're there. Yes,
Right.
it's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So you are going to be the guest speaker coming up. So,
I am. I'm
so-
going to the new resort at Ocean Breeze on Monday morning.
Wow.
And Nicole, who was a guest here with us with Nelson,
Right.
and they got, I'll go into that later, but Nicole is the activities director
Okay.
for there. And she came up to me about a month or two ago and said, "We need some speakers. Would you be willing to speak?" And I said, "Sure. What do you want to speak about?" She said, "Whatever you want." I said, "Okay. Why don't I speak about, I've been here since 1981. I'm going to speak about that. I'll speak about Frances Langford since I did her hair for 30 years. And we'll just blossom from there and do a
Right.
question and answer." So that's what I'm doing Monday morning at 9 o'clock in their rec room.
Nice.
But I went to the Chamber of Commerce
Mhm.
in Jensen last night and met with the historian Anne for Jensen Beach.
Right.
And took my little bag of tricks, just a little bag of tricks. And she was like amazed at all the information that I
Yeah.
have had. They didn't realize I've worked every Pineapple Festival since day one. I named all the businesses downtown Jensen Beach that aren't there anymore, that they didn't even know that were there because they don't have an archive of that.
Oh.
So after the talk on Monday,
So it kind of spurred us some new thinking.
yes,
Yes.
they want to take some pictures of what I have, and I just gave them. I just brought a little satchel. I have these boxes of
Yeah.
stuff and
yeah,
pictures,
right.
and I have the pictures from when Frances Langford married Mr. Stewart over at Indian River Plantation. I have pictures of the Chanticleer, and then someone that heard about this brought me in a watercolor today of the Chanticleer and said, "This is for you. You can take it to your talk on Monday morning, but you can have this picture." It's beautiful.
Wow. Suitable for framing?
It is framed.
Oh, it's already.
It's already framed.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
It could probably use a new frame, but and the person that painted this was part of the Stewart News.
Oh.
And I can't read the name,
Oh.
or maybe I need to get a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
To see that. So Monday morning, if anyone's interested, at 9
Yeah.
o'clock at the new Ocean Breeze Resort, Sun Resorts on Indian River Drive in Jensen Beach, we're going to have a coffee hour,
Nice.
and I'm going to do the history
They
of
have a
Jensen
beautiful
Beach.
lobby in there. Wow.
Oh, they do.
Oh,
They've
wow.
done a great job. And I'm going to give a talk and
Mm-hmm.
put up our shows. I have a pamphlet from the Palm Beach Post from 1999 that goes from Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, Indian River County, with all the prominent people in there. And Frances Langford's in there. But we got Bud Adams. We've got Maggie Herchella when she was younger back then,
Right.
doing her thing. I mean, it's like 100 or 200 page booklet that I have that I'm going to put out for everyone to look at. I have pictures of the Chanticleer. I have pictures of Frances Langford doing all
Just
kinds of pictures
candid
of the hut.
pictures, yes.
Candid pictures of the hut, this and that.
Right.
And then I have this picture of, and I have pictures of the Chanticleer at home. I'm not bringing them, of when she sold the Chanticleer and they refurbished it.
Whoa. Nice.
So she had 2 Chanticleers,
Oh, I didn't know that.
one with Mr. Evinrude,
Right.
and when he passed away, she bought another boat and had from Fort Lauderdale, and it was owned by horse people. So it was brown and green and, Kentucky Derby people type
Okay.
that owned horses, and she refurbished it into all the pastels that she loved. So it was
Yes.
pink and green and all the pastels.
Right.
And that's the boat that she used to give me once a year for my birthday.
Wow.
And I could do my birthday party. Or she did my birthday party.
Yeah.
I did her birthday party at the shop.
Uh-huh.
And she would like hot dogs, and she liked Wendy's, their Frosties.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we'd buy
Oh, yeah.
everybody, we'd have hot dogs, and we'd buy everybody Frosties, and she'd do Chateaubriand for my birthday on the boat. So,
Whoa.
that was
Very
pretty
nice.
special.
I guess so.
but she allowed me to do a lot of things because, knowing her,
Right.
and all the staff, she did to go to special events with her.
Yeah,
And
she's just a very gracious
she was
person.
very down to earth and gracious.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'd walk from my house over to her and sit with her and Patty, and we'd have happy hour on the porch.
Aw. How
Yep.
cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
So if anyone's interested, Monday morning at 9:00, and you can go through Ocean Breeze. I mean,
Yes.
and see what's there and the amenities. The pool is open. The clubhouse is open. I think the exercise room is open now, which was never there.
Right.
And then last night, Anne, the historian, gave me a book of Ocean Breeze to put out
Right.
on Monday, and it's when it started. And you should see all the elegant people. It was the second and third generation people that didn't care about the park anymore
Right.
that sort of let it
Let
go.
it go, yeah.
But if you would see all the little travel trailers
Well, it's a
and little
unique
homes,
place because not only is it just a park,
it's a city.
It's its own post
Post
office.
office.
Yeah,
It's
it's
its
its
own
own
post-
municipality.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
its own government.
It's the city of Ocean Breeze, or the town.
Yes,
It's a town.
The town of Ocean Breeze.
And do you
yeah.
remember a couple years ago when the mayor was 100 or 102?
I had her on the radio with me. I celebrated her 100th birthday on the air, and it was one of my most enjoyable interviews I ever had with anybody.
And she was on with David Letterman.
Right,
He had her fly to New York and go on the show.
right.
So
But she didn't feel like coming into the studio here, and I didn't have a limo to
right.
send for, but she was gracious enough to give me a radio interview.
oh, that's good. So
And
she called on the phone.
we spoke on the phone, and but it was delightful.
Yes.
Just delightful to talk to her, and we spent a good part of the show just talking about her remembrances of and what it was like to be a mayor at the age of 100.
Right. That's
which
cool.
is not too many people hold that distinction.
No, not too many people hold the distinction of being 100.
Yeah.
But
Right.
my girlfriend's dad up in Atlanta is.
Yeah.
He's 100 plus.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
yes, we got another break.
It's our last break, though.
Okay, and then we'll come back with some more things going around the area.
Okay.
And 220-9788. Call us.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryo Rick, call us. 220-9788. We want to hear from you. We
Yeah.
haven't heard from you from Episiotomy.
It's from the Craig Worley days. Yes.
exactly.
Okay. We'll be right back.
We're back. Ha ha.
are.
No one called Rio. Rick, where are
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Are you alive and well? Are you living in Rio, or what part of the earth are you at?
Yeah. So we never know. We'll never know.
No, you don't know. No.
That was some amazing, amazing radio.
You know
we
what?
had.
It's amazing. Every
Yeah.
little part of this country has amazing things, and if you're on the radio and things happen, it's amazing.
Yeah, they're magical moments. and
Yes,
you can't
there are.
you cannot replace them or
No, you
repeat them. They happen organically, and you just enjoy them at that moment.
and you digest them, and you just yes.
Yeah.
Some of them are good, some of them are not, and
Well, that's what makes the good ones even better.
Yes. Look at the coach last week.
Yeah.
And the and
And
Doug,
Dougie,
the,
yeah.
the father-in-law.
Right.
And they were there like, "Where's our script? What are we going to talk about?" And we said, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
And they were like amazed
Right.
because they were nervous.
Right.
And then once we started, it was like, "Oh my God, this is so great!
We can do this.
Yeah,
sure.
we can do this."
Yeah. So I went to his wedding, right, a few weeks ago when he got married.
Dougie got married,
Not
or
Dougie's son-in-law.
Okay.
When his son-in-law got married to Dougie's daughter, and they over at Indian Riverside Park.
oh, that's the wedding. That's why you got a haircut.
Yes. And anyways, so ended up in some of the wedding pictures by accident, but they were teasing me about it. But anyways, because it was
Because you were the short Italian.
I happened to be just in the
The
right
mafia. The mafia showed up.
yeah. But anyways, so during the recital of the vows,
Right.
reciting the vows.
Did you stand up and say something?
Well, that's when
Anyone
the-
say something or hold your peace?
Right. So when it came to that point, is if anybody knows, a reason why these two should not get
Right.
married, right? So Dougie raises his hand. So
Really?
it's a joke, and but it was just he's a real funny guy,
Okay.
and it was taken. Everybody laughed. Yuck, 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 yuck. All right, now put your hand down. And he did, and the wedding went on. But yeah, they had a great.
What a
time.
great
Yeah.
what a great guy. What a great coach.
Yeah.
I hope he comes back on.
Right. And Dougie's their bunting coach.
Right. That's right. I remember that. Who's your bunting coach? They even offered you that job.
Right.
Because you have your little Tigers uniform. That
Well,
you
they
wear.
actually wanted me to do the announcing for Jensen Beach High School for their high school sports program.
Right.
But it conflicts with my afternoon radio commitments.
Right. And then Mike usually does that, doesn't
Well,
he?
no, he does the live on-air work.
Right.
But this is, you announce the players going on the field and stuff like that.
Oh.
The pregame stuff, and then mostly it's pregame stuff, and then there's some like if they change the pitchers or there's
So what time did the game start?
6:00.
Oh, and that's right in the middle of what we're at.
Right.
So
So the pregame starts maybe at 5:45. The game
Right.
starts at 6. Well, I'm still here in the studio, so
that's true.
yeah.
And sometimes you're here till 8:00 or later.
Right. So depending upon the day, but it was very nice to have been thought of, and that,
Right. Exactly. And talking about baseball,
yes.
it's Tebow time. He's back and playing for
back,
the
yeah.
Grapefruit League.
Right.
And you can see him at the Met Stadium. Everyone said, "Are you going to go see him?" And I said, "Well, I went last year and did, warm-ups and
First
got-
Data Field now.
what is it?
First Data Field.
It's still the Met Stadium. The
Yeah.
Mets play there.
Well, I still used to think of it
This
as
is
called
John White.
Thomas J. White.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. And so I'm glad to see that. What did he have? A concussion or something? He fell the other day and they
Oh,
didn't
an
know.
ankle.
An ankle?
He had an ankle.
Oh,
yeah,
an
he had
ankle.
A twisted
You know.
ankle. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? The elbow, the bones that go together. There's a song that
Right.
the
hip
knee
bone's
bones
connected
do
to the
this.
yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what it was. But then they said no. He played the other day.
He
and
did. He was. He played as a pin anyways, like a pinch hitter, and but it didn't work out too well. Yeah, I think he struck out both times. But
Well, that's okay.
yeah, you got.
He did great last
yeah.
year.
Oh yeah.
What he did.
I think when you're nursing a sore ankle, it's you need your legs a lot. baseball, you think it's upper body.
Well, your ankles are teeny compared to the weight that's hanging on
but
them.
they have to be. They have to be firmly planted, and there's a
So
lot.
what did they do? Put some wraps on him,
sure he
or
was- yeah.
or like not a boot, but how they.
I'm sure he probably just had a special wrap. Like a ace bandage type wrap,
Right.
a special kind of wrap. But oh yeah, I know from my own personal ankle injury that boy, it just takes you right out.
Really?
Oh, it took me years to really feel right again. But I'm a lot older. Younger people bounce back pretty quick.
Oh, that's true.
Most of the ankle injuries when you're fairly young are soft muscle injuries. They're not,
Right.
Nothing. But and those heal pretty well when you're young. When you get older, a little more difficult.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, but yeah, it's all right. So we got about 4 minutes left, Debbie. So what else we got
Okay.
going on?
We've got the 32nd annual Home and Garden and Orchid Show tomorrow at the Martin County, from the Martin County Chamber of Commerce. I'm too bad Lisa Teeter wasn't here tonight to talk about
Yeah.
that. She should have been here.
Right, where is Lisa?
I don't know. She was supposed to come in today and canceled, and so she must be busy at the
Yeah,
fairgrounds.
I think so.
That's at 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday and Sunday at 2616 Southeast Dixie Highway in Stewart. It's our Martin County Fairgrounds. Jay Spicer just keeps going.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
told you I saw him several times when I went to the fair, and he's always up and positive, and he does the most excellent job with 12, 13 acres
Yeah.
that he can do.
Right.
I mean, you can't compare the Martin and St. Lucie, but comparing them, they're both equally good.
Right.
Because
They both have something to offer.
offer.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And Jay Spicer goes above and beyond.
Yeah,
with
good
his-
entertainment this year. Very
Right.
good. Hmm.
Exactly. And the parking.
Yeah.
I like it when I can go out the back door and be on St. Lucie Boulevard and then just bomb home. I'm halfway home. When I have to go down Dixie Highway, I have to go around the world.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. And people don't think about that. And I look when I get on St. Lucie Boulevard. I go, there it is. There's my ticket to go into the fairgrounds, on the backside.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty
And people
clever.
don't even know it's there.
No, that's true.
Did you?
No. I kind of suspected as much, but yeah, I mean, everybody
Yeah,
kinda
it's
goes
between two houses, and it's
Yeah.
really well kept.
Oh, yeah.
You
When
have
I go to the air show, it's like I try to make a mental record of where it is, and then it leaves my mind.
Yes. Well, okay, I won't say anything.
Well, it doesn't take long for things to leave my mind,
The 53rd annual St. Lucie County Fair wraps up this weekend on Midway Road, which I went to last weekend. I'm telling you, it was great. The fair opens at 4 p.m. and cuts off admission at midnight. Closes at 1:30. Tickets are $15 for adults, $8 for seniors and veterans, $5 for kids 6 to 12, and free for kids under 5.
Okay.
Starting at 9:30 p.m., a Midnight Madness armband for $30 covers admission and unlimited rides until 1:30. So, ride all you want.
Yeah.
Get that fair
Unlimited.
food.
Right.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
that hamburger in the middle of the donuts, and then
Well, Skittles, too,
the
right?
Skittles, or there was one of them. Fruit Loops. No, it was Fruit
Fruit
Loops.
Loops.
It was Fruit Loops that Mike said he had something with Fruit Loops, and he said it sounds bad, but it was really good. You
Well,
just
yeah.
take my word for it.
All the sugar.
So okay, guys, I'm hearing this, and it's another Friday, the
Yeah.
first Friday of March.
Yes.
So
That's right.
full moon.
Right.
Shake your empty purse, empty
Yep.
wallet,
Yep.
fill it up. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend, and next week we'll be back.
Right. Exactly. So we'll look
Ciao
forward-
for now.
We'll see you next week. So stay tuned for more programming when we come back.